I think it's now time to move to the vote of thanks. And I'd like to call upon Seamus Martin, who is an executive member of our Muslim Jewish Forum, to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, Seamus. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. And a huge thank you to our speaker this evening, Robert Kanter, for your highly interesting lecture on Anglo-Jewry's interactions with converts to Islam in the first 2 decades of the 20th century, a topic about which many of us probably knew little beforehand. Of course, many of us Muslims are well acquainted with Quilliam and Quran translator Pickthall, but I, for one, had no idea about their close links with Jews and Judaism. And as a convert to Islam myself, a full century after the period in question, and one with a close affinity with Judaism in general and Haredi Judaism in particular, I found your talk particularly fascinating. Tonight we were limited for time, and I know, Robert, that you were only able to share with us but a snippet of your total research. As was mentioned more than once by participants in the Q&A, I so agree that your research, all of it, deserves a much wider audience. So may I suggest that if you don't have one already, that you should set up a YouTube channel for this purpose with bite-sized lectures on various aspects of your research available to laymen and women in the sort of accessible, non-academic language you have used this evening. The world needs to know what you know. In conclusion, Robert, I am sure I speak for all here when I wish you well in the completion of your Manchester University PhD thesis on Jewish-Muslim relations in Britain from 1900 to 1990. Next, I would like to thank Councillor Heather Fletcher. Heather is our Jewish co-chair of the Muslim Jewish Forum. Like many a time before, she has done an excellent job of chairing our meeting and Q&A this evening. Thank you so much, Heather. Now, events like this evening's talk don't just happen magically by themselves. There is so much unheralded work that has to be done behind the scenes. The technical side of setting up a Zoom meeting, writing the publicity material, updating the future events section of the Muslim Jewish Forum's website, and sending out the invitations for this event. Our Muslim co-chair, Mohammed Amin, is the person who has taken care of all of that for this evening's event. So a big thank you to Amin for all the essential yet often unacknowledged work that you do. And finally, a big thanks to all of you who have made up our audience this evening. It is only thanks to you that events such as this can be a success. So thank you for attending this evening's Robert Kanter talk on Anglo-Jewry's interactions with converts to Islam from 1900 to 1920. And we look forward to seeing you attend more of our Muslim Jewish Forum events in the near future. And with that, I will now hand you back to our Chair and Master of Ceremonies, Councillor Heather Fletcher.